Welcome to GeoWatch Weekly, the podcast that breaks down global tech supply chain trends you can't afford to miss. I'm Charlene Chen.
And I'm Jerry Chen. Intel is navigating a landscape of significant investment and unprecedented political maneuvers, all while striving to reclaim its competitive edge. Just recently, SoftBank injected $2 billion into Intel, acquiring approximately a 2% stake, making them one of Intel's top 10 and even fifth largest shareholders. This capital infusion was widely seen as a significant vote of confidence in Intel's turnaround efforts, especially given its struggle in the burgeoning AI chip market.
But it's crucial to understand the context. Foundry industry insiders consider this $2 billion investment largely symbolic. It's notable, but as one source points out, it cannot even cover a single quarter of Intel's substantial foundry deficits. In fact, Intel recorded combined losses of $20.4 billion in its foundry business during 2023 and 2024 alone, with an additional $5 billion loss expected in the first half of 2025. Some analysts believe SoftBank's true purpose might be to demonstrate loyalty to the Trump administration, potentially as part of a larger list of companies curated by Donald Trump to inject capital into Intel.
And speaking of the Trump administration, there's a truly unprecedented development unfolding. The administration is actively discussing acquiring a 10% equity stake in Intel.
Blutnick's date is about converting free grants under the previous administration into equity, a creative idea that's never been done before. The administration's stated aim is to bolster Intel's manufacturing capacity, particularly at its major facility in Ohio, and support its competitiveness against rivals like NVIDIA and TSMC, thereby tying federal funding directly to national security and economic priorities.
Despite these substantial investments and political backing, Intel faced a truly immense and urgent financial and operational challenges. Beyond the colossal foundry losses we just mentioned, former Intel CEO Craig Barrett publicly stated that Intel requires at least $40 billion in funding to truly catch up with competitors. The company also grapples with excessively high R&D expenses relative to revenue and sharply declining gross margins. In the past, Intel's strategy of building fabs first and seeking customers later led to massive losses when its process technology lagged, dragging down processor performance and market share.
For Intel to genuinely turn these losses into profits and fulfill its critical role in American manufacturing, a complete overhaul is considered absolutely necessary. While continuous funding is vital, the key lies in having the right operator at the helm. This involves a fundamental shift away from its outdated integrated device manufacturer or IDM model towards professional foundry services and supply chain management. Current CEO Lip-Bu Tan is leading these turnaround efforts, including cost-cutting and seeking fresh equity infusions.
And critically, Intel must first resolve its foundry losses by definitively splitting its design and manufacturing businesses before applying targeted remedies. Without the separation, it will be nearly impossible to convince major tech firms like NVIDIA, Apple, AMD, and Qualcomm to shift production orders to Intel, given their concerns about risk, profit disputes, and confidentiality.
Precisely. Foundry insiders firmly believe that Intel, despite its patents and technology, desperately needs expertise in professional foundry operations, asserting that the right people can only come from TSMC. With strong U.S. backing, Intel could potentially overcome non-compete clauses and attract these industry veterans.
Should such talent successfully join Intel and build effective teams, it could finally chart a path back to sustainable growth. So, while the financial and political backing is significant and offers a critical boost, the real test for Intel will be how it addresses its deep-seated operational challenges and attract the specialized talent needed for a genuine transformation.
That wraps up this episode of GeoWatch Weekly.
If you want more industry insights like this, subscribe to GeoWatch Weekly on YouTube and become a Digitime member for exclusive supply-side intelligence you won't find anywhere else.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.